Well, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, it's been a minute. I guess we should catch up. I'm sure some of you or most of you saw Tom's video interview with me, but it's just one of those weird things that we all go through. And I want to ask creators specifically, and even if you're not a creator, if you just have experienced this in your life, this traveling Rough Rider knife challenge got kicked off, and I thought, wow, this would be a lot of fun to do and everything like that. And right before the box got to me, I hit a like a real mental wall where I had to take a break from YouTube because things just got crazy. It my life and my life work balance, and then trying to put YouTube in it and stuff too. I just had to take a break, guys. I did. I'm sorry. Uh, I feel it's weird because you feel an obligation to the audience, and the obligation comes from that you guys actually spend your time uh, to watch the videos. And if I'm not there, then I feel like I've let you down in a way. But at the same time, I know you guys understand because we have really the literally the best community going on YouTube. The knife community is just wonderful, wonderful people. But anyways, enough of that stuff. But I just kind of wanted to apologize and tell you guys that I needed to take a break. It's was a much needed rest is what it was. And I'll still put out videos. I'm still collecting knives. I'm still getting content. Uh, I'll have you know that in my mind, I probably uh, script out or think about videos at least two or three different times during the day. Uh, Whether they come to fruition is another story, but they're there. Just know that I'm always thinking about doing stuff and trying to get things done. So I'm going to try to do better. I don't know if I'm going to go back to as hard of a schedule as I did on myself, but I think that, I'm at the point now where it's okay. I'm not going to put out less content, like, one a month is too little, but I'm going to shoot for, two a week. And we'll just see how that happens. And if I end up feeling a lot more creative and I have more time, I will possibly do more, or maybe I'll just shoot videos and release them on a more regular schedule. But don't give up on me yet. I still am here on YouTube. I haven't left, and I thank you for returning. If you haven't been here in a while and you're just finding this video, then thanks for coming back. Hey, if you're new to this channel, thanks for being new to the channel. It's good to see new faces, and I'm glad you're here. We're going to talk about Rough Rider knives. I know that you can see the knives that are there, and you can see that there's 6 knives, and that's because one of these was a gift from Big Red. And so let me kind of go over what we have here. Is that Tobias Gibson, Knife Chats with Tobias, sent out these 5 knives, these Rough Riders. And the rules are for us to just kind of review them in our style, go over them, and then send them along. If we want to trade one out for another Rough Rider, we are free to do that. Tom at Knife Delights, I don't know if Jo did this because I didn't see Jo's, but the knife challenge kind of went Jo Ventures Outdoors, then Knife Delights, then Big Red EDC, and then to me, which of course then I hit my stumbling block. But after me, this is all going to Mark Kaufman, who is a longtime friend of mine, one of the first YouTubers after I finally started making videos, that I got involved with, and he and I actually went back and forth over trappers. Can you believe that? But I love Mark. He's a great guy. Anyways, and if you love Swiss Army knives, check out his channel because Mark is a. I've learned more about Swiss Army knives from him. I think, other than Tobias, there's to me those two guys know the most about that. Besides, of course, Felix over in Europe. But that's a whole different category level that he's on, and you guys know if you know. Anyways, let's go on to this. Let's look at some knives. All right, so uh, this knife here is the one that Big Red sent this to me as a gift. So he gifted me this Rough Rider Trapper. I'm going to save this and set it aside because I want to do a feature video with this knife and another knife. So there's one that's a companion to this, and then we'll go over all the stuff for that. So I'm not even going to open it. Just know that this knife is going to be in another video. So I'm going to set it aside so that we don't get him confused with all the other knives that are on the table. So anyways, like I said, this will be going to Mark, and in no particular order. Let's just start looking at these knives. So this is their new camp knife. I believe this is a newer camp knife, but I think it might be older because of the number. This is the RR533 camp knife, and I really like this one. It's really very cool because it has the little brown jig bone that they do so well. And I love Rough Rider knives. Rough Rider was one of the first of the traditional knives when I started getting back into traditionals, that I found SMKW and Rough Rider knives, and they had all these great knives, and they're relatively inexpensive, and they are fantastic quality and great knives for the money. Most of them use 440A, so that was your main spear blade. This has the older, this can either be used as a knife, but with this notch, you actually can use it as a can opener. But this is the old style can opener. So very interesting that they chose to do that. And then of course you have your screwdriver, cap lifter, and just, of course, you have your functional bail that you can hang it on or whatever. And then of course you get a punch. So traditional styling, but really a very cool knife, very cool reinterpretation of the classic camp knife, which, to tell you the truth, at first I was surprised that so many people still liked these. And I had kind of, I'm not going to be too proud. I kind of turned my nose up at these guys. I was like, who carries these anymore? I mean, why would you when you have all these other things? But then I started carrying some, started actually collecting some vintage ones and stuff. And I'm like, okay, the light bulb went off on my head. I was like, okay, now I get it. Now I get it. So that's one of the things about Rough Rider is you can learn about traditional knives. You can try them out, see if you like them, look for, more vintage models, or you can look for more modern, different models and stuff, and see what's there, and you can try them out, and it's great. A great way to build out your collection, that's for sure. Now this one is funny that this is in their classic carbon line. So this is, using carbon steel, and I believe this is the T10 carbon. So it has a liner lock. Definitely wonderful skinning type blade there. Kind of a drop point, not really a clip point, but this is a full size of what we would call the sod buster type, but with the liner lock on it. And with the old-fashioned liner locks, one of the things is you can use it to choke up on the blade, and use this kind of as a bolster, and then you could do some fine work or whatever. You got the nice swedge on the blade, which makes it look really nice. It's on both sides. Once again, these knives just come razor sharp from the factory. They're just fantastic. And you got the little Rough Rider classic carbon shield there with the CC in the middle. Yellow synthetic handle, full size knife. I mean, this is, if you can't get it done with this, then I don't know what you're doing, but this is definitely something that will take care of most EDC tasks. Now, different kind of EDC that they came up with this one. Now this has this nice little slip with a pocket clip on it. This is the Carnivore Jack. And I thought this was an interesting knife. I love how the bone is taking the die at different rates. And this side too. That's one of the things I love about the dark bones, is that they do kind of gray out. The ones I have from Rough Rider. I had one that it's a canoe, and it had come with the die as black as this, or maybe blacker, but now it's totally grayed out, to a really fine gray. But this is really a beautiful, beautiful colors that the bone develops. But this one is actually, they call it the carnivore jack, but it's more of a muskrat pattern. So you get this kind of a thin, this is almost like a toothpick. If you get a Rough Rider toothpick, this is the same blade style that they have, this kind of long Turkish clip. So this one is a plain blade, and on this side, you're going to have the same blade, but serrated. So this will take care of any of your stake needs or anything. If you wanted to just use it as an EDC and use it for cutting rope or anything that was fibrous, you definitely could do that. But really a very handy knife that cants down at a nice angle, so it's already ready to slice into that steak. And of course with the half stops, and that's something that you get on almost all of the Rough Riders. And this has got their hand-built RR shield, which is cool. Is one of the things you get is half stops on just about every single knife. So very cool. Comes with its own slip with a pocket clip, which is very nice. One of the things that a lot of people don't get about Rough Riders is this is the Bullfrog. And so it has the pack of wood, but they make modern folders. And a lot of people don't realize that, or they pass them up. But this is the Bullfrog. Nice little, flipper action there. But you get this really big kind of, sheep's foot style blade. Of course, it has the swedge on top. Really nice thick blade stock. Nice place to set your thumb here on the back. No jimping. I kind of didn't fire it out there, so you didn't get a good listen at the click, but you can see that it is centered in there. Nice open construction. There you go. And that was on me because I didn't hit it as hard on the old flip switch as I could have. It's not assisted opening, just a flipper opening, but really great. Got the black pack of wood, so you are definitely in good shape. You got your pocket clip there, which is not quite deep carry, but it does say Rough Rider on it. It'll give you a little bit sticking out. No lanyard hole, but it is tip up design. It's not reversible, the pocket clip, so it's just on the one side. So really not a bad knife at all. If you like modern knives, try out the Rough Rider modern knives. I have one of theirs that I really like. I have a review of it. So it's another one. It looks a lot like a ZT, so take a look at some of the different knives that are there, because they really do have quite a bit. This last one is one I was interested in for quite a while. I just never picked one up. This is the Rough Rider bolster lock. This is the trapper, so you get this red saw cut bone, which is absolutely gorgeous. And as you can see, here's your bolster lock. So it has a half stop, and so then it comes out. So it's almost like a little frame lock or liner lock, but it's part of the bolster. So it's kind of cool how that is. Pops right out of the way, and there you go. And as you can tell, I'm not very familiar with handling a bolster lock knife. But with that locked out, single bladed trappers, I mean, come on, they're super thin, beautiful bone. I mean, this is definitely something that you can't go wrong with. In fact, I may have to just trade this one out and get a different Rough Rider in the pack there. You'll have to wait for Mark's video to find out what the actual verdict is on that. So there you go. Really nice grouping of Rough Rider knives. A really good idea that Tom had to send a Rough Rider knife as a gift to JB from Big Red EDC. And thank you, JB, for sending that to me. And then I'm going to send a gift down to Mark Kaufman of another Rough Rider knife. And then, like I said, you'll have to see his video to see if I actually keep the bolster lock or not. Hint, yeah, it's probably going to happen, but not going to announce what I change out. I'll let him do that. All right, guys. Well, hey, it's good to be back in the saddle. I hope you've stayed around this long. If you haven't already and you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like. Subscribe if you feel so inclined to do so. I know it's not a whole lot to ask for, but it sure helps the channel and stuff. And yeah, we're gonna get back. The channel is gonna get back to doing giveaways and stuff like that for the channel members. I gotta get all that stuff together and just start doing it. That's it. We just gotta do what we can. All right, guys. Well, that's it for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for being patient with me, and I will talk to you later. Goodbye.